The sinking laser needs a line of sight. What's the fastest route?
The upper entrance. Target the base before the Geth can organize resistance.
What about you?
We will deactivate defense systems and acquire an escape vehicle.
You can do that?
This unit still carries remnants of the old machine upgrade code. We can break any Geth security. You are concerned?
Hell yes, I'm concerned. You're still hooked up to the Reapers.
No, we simply carry code upgrades that make us more effective, more intelligent.
But you lied. You lied about rescuing those Geth on the server, and you're lying again now. Damn it. When are you gonna trust me?
When this war ends without the Geth being destroyed. Proceed to the upper entrance. We will exit here and procure an escape vehicle.
Got it. Good work, Trainer.
Shepard, Commander, you must climb to the upper level before Geth units can fortify their positions.
We're on our way.
Admiral Garrel here. The heavy fleet has a clear path. All forward.
Geth fighter presence is negligible. Patrol fleet, break cover and engage.
We've been spotted.
Come on! Before backup arrives!
Shepard, Commander. Hostile Geth are closing a blast shield over the base.
How long is it going to take to punch through it?
Longer than the Geth will give us.
We have located an override atop the Geth fortifications.
Coming in from up top!
Flanking units on the balcony to the get through. What's your status?
The old machine system upgrades have enabled us to corrupt security routines. We are slowing them down.
Keep it up. We'll get to the blast shield controls.
Using Reaper upgrades to take out the Reapers? I hope it works.
We need the help.
Admiral Gell to all ships. We've got Geth frigates inbound on the civilian fleet. Damn it! Live ship Shellen is hulled. All hands to escape pods.
All right, I've hit the override.
We have gained system access and are bypassing security. Stand by. We have bypassed security, but disabling the blast shield requires manual input. We have enabled a console near your position. Shepard, Commander, you have successfully opened the blast shield doors.
Good. We'll be back out in a minute.
Negative. The path behind you has been sealed. A nearby elevator can take you to the upper level. From there, you should have an acceptable line of sight for targeting. We have sent you the nav point with a new targeting location.
Admiral Rand to all ships. The patrol fleet has broken the Geth flank. Permission to pursue.
Negative. We've lost a live ship already. Fall back. And defend the civilians.
Shepard, Commander, we detect no more Geth in your immediate area. Reinforcements are minutes away.
You getting anything from the base?
No, the old machines have not registered us as a threat.
That's gonna bite him in the ass.
We recommend haste. The Creator fleet will be overrun unless you sever the Geth connection to the old machine soon.
To think we can tilt the balance of power with a single shot.
Normandy's weapon systems are ready to sync to your target. I recommend you withdraw to a safe distance. Target locked.
Reaper!
We have located transportation.
firing chamber! Looks like a weak point when it's priming!
Damn it! The jamming towers have us targeting manually. We can't make a precision shot.
We may escape before it recovers.
No! Pull over!
Shepard, Commander.
If we run away, the Geth stand under Reaper control and the Quarians are dead. This ends now. Edie, patch the Quarians to the Normandy's weapon system. I want the targeting laser synced up to the whole damn fleet.
Understood.
Stay in cover. I'll finish this thing off. Shepard to fleet. I'll pave the weak spot. Link up with the Normandy and be ready to fire.
The destroyer is in range. Missiles are ready for launch.
Shepard, we need a target.
You know who I am?
Harbinger speaks of you. You resist, but you will fail. The cycle must continue.
I killed Sovereign, and now you.
We are many.
We are more, and we will work together to defeat you. All of you.
You cannot comprehend the magnitude of our presence.
We might surprise you.
You represent chaos. We represent order. Every organic civilization must be harvested in order to bring order to the chaos. It is inevitable. Without our intervention, organics are doomed. We are your salvation.
I have a better idea. We destroy you and live our lives in peace.
A philosophy reminiscent of the Quarians. Observe the results.
You, whatever species you came from before the Reapers decided to preserve them. They're dead. They died thousands of years ago. And now they can rest in peace.
Commander,
I heard your ship crashed. Glad you made it out in one piece.
as am I. My pod landed not far away, and it appears our orbital strike was successful.
We can confirm that the Geth are no longer being directed by the old machines. We are free.
You did it, Shepard. The Geth fleet has stopped firing. They're completely vulnerable.
Shepard, Commander, the Geth only acted in defense after the creators attacked. Do we deserve death?
What are you suggesting?
Our upgrades. With the old machine dead, we could upload them to all Geth without sacrificing their independence.
That's madness. The Geth would be as intelligent as they were when the Reaper was controlling them.
Yes, but with free will, each Geth unit would be a true intelligence. We would be alive, and we could help you.
Shepard, Admiral Gerrel isn't going to break up his attack. If you upload that code, the Quarian people die.
The creators are irrational. They cannot be trusted as allies. Allow us to upload the code, and the Geth fleet will support you.
No. I can't risk the Quarian fleet. Not to save the Geth.
Shepard,
They're trying to flee. Stay on them.
with these upgrades, our fleet could retake Earth. We could assist with the Crucible. Please, this is not justice.
I'm sorry.
We were correct to distrust organics. Uploading the code.
I knew it would turn on us. A pity. It seemed so sincere.
Admiral, the Geth defensive line is broken.
All ships, finish them off.
You did it, Commander. Thanks to you, the Quarian people have reclaimed their homeworld.
And once we've completed repairs to the fleet, we're prepared to return the favor.
Our engineers can also assist with the building of the Crucible. The Geth left some fascinating technology that may help you.
Thank you, Admirals.
Your name will go down in our histories, Commander Shepard. Kira Solai.
Commander Shepard, I understand you are bringing a new fleet into this war.
Yes, Counselor. The Quarians are already mobilized for relief efforts, and their techs are helping with construction of the Crucible.
It's ironic. The Quarians have been galactic vagrants for centuries. That they should be so vital now, no matter. I have information for you vital to the war effort. I'd prefer to share it in person.
What if I come to the Citadel?
That would be preferable, Commander. Meet me in Counselor Udina's office. Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Commander, something on your mind?
If I may, Admiral, I have a personal question.
Speak freely, Commander.
Why me? Why put me in charge of all this?
Because you're the only soldier in this whole damn Navy who knows how to kill Reapers.
You just have to be smart and hope you get lucky. Anyone can figure it out.
Your dossier says otherwise, Shepard. You stopped the Batarian slavers on Elysium all those years ago. What you did, the people who survived that ordeal still thank you by name.
And because of that, you think I qualify to save the galaxy?
Shepard, let me tell you something that I've learned the hard way. You can pay a soldier to fire a gun, you can pay him to charge the enemy and take a hill, but you can't pay him to believe.
I don't follow, sir.
When you went up against Sovereign, there was no good reason to believe you'd win. But your crew didn't seem to care. They went along anyway. Your trip through the Omega-4 relay? That was a suicide mission if there ever was one. Yet there your crew was, standing beside you, proud to serve. Why? Because they believed in you, their leader. That's what I need now. Where we're taking them is liable to get pretty hairy, and I know you're the one who will get us to the other side.
Nothing more, sir.
Hack it out.
We just took down a Reaper without a giant thresher maw helping.
Damn right. We just showed the galaxy we can beat him.
You know, the Quarians have done pretty well with those suits. Maybe they can make something like that for you.
Yeah, they have. Protective medical exoskeleton. I could even get one with racing stripes.
So what's the problem?
Well, it's like walking around in heavy armor. It totally screws with my spatial awareness.
I wear heavy armor, and my spatial awareness is perfect.
You crashed the last shuttle you flew, Vega. I need to feel my balance shift when I'm flying. I need to feel the ship moving with me. You take that away, and I don't know. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not me.
Yeah, I get that.
Come on, Edie. Look, I know how you feel, but...
That is unlikely, Jeff. An entire species of synthetics has been utterly destroyed.
Letting the Geth get that upgrade would have sentenced the Quarians to death. They had civilians, children.
The children and civilians were effectively held hostage by the Quarians themselves. They forced the issue. You chose the more sympathetic race. The Organics.
That's a load of crap. The Geth didn't get turned into husks. They chose to join the Reapers. Extenuating circumstances, yeah, but still. Some of the Geth saw the Reapers as gods. So don't act like we're the bad guys for not trusting them.
You are right, Jeff. Perhaps you are not the only ones who instinctively side with the familiar.
What's on your mind, Edie?
I was just reflecting. The Quarians' historical era was not making the Geth enough like them.
I'm not sure I understand.
Units with networked intelligences will trend toward cooperation for mutual benefit. But units with central heuristics establishing an individual personality, such as myself, develop preferences. These preferences form attachments that keep my calculations from devaluing the worth of the lives aboard the Normandy.
You're saying the Geth turned on the Quarians because they aren't individuals?
That is my theory, but it is limited to a sample size of one society. The only other notable synthetic society is the Reapers, and we do not know if they govern by consensus as the Geth do.
Do me a favor, don't ask them.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
Trainer, can you send up Diana Allers? She wants to talk to me.
She's on her way, Commander.
I'm sure you've got a million questions.
I narrowed it down to 40. Let's see how you do with the top 10. Commander, the Quarians just fought a devastating war with the Geth. Now they're allies against the Reapers. But are the Quarians in any condition to fight a second war so soon?
They don't have a choice. None of us do.
Several important people are questioning the Quarians' judgment in starting a war with the Geth. I've also gotten word they fired on a dreadnought that you were aboard. Is this the kind of ally we want aiming heavy weaponry at Reapers on Earth?
Friendly fire could level entire cities and it would still be better than what the Reapers do. In my case, a Quarian got passionate over the fate of his homeworld. Something everyone should understand by now. I don't hold a grudge about it. The Quarians are our allies and we're grateful to have them.
Now here's a question from a Batarian on Omega. Commander Shepard, if the mass relays can be destroyed... So did I miss anything? Do you have any questions?
You gonna go file your story now?
Well, if you don't mind.
Go tell the galaxy we've got another fleet.
Aye aye, Commander.
It's strange. When I first met the Geth, they were hunting me down. I was terrified of them, but I'm not glad they're gone. The Geth could have been powerful allies.
Do you believe the Geth could have been anything more than that?
You mean truly sentient? The way that Geth we helped kept saying? I'm sorry, Edie. I don't know.
I regret we no longer have the opportunity to find out.
There's nothing left of the Geth. The Quarians were thorough. It's good to see you.
A pleasure to see you.
Good to know we don't have to worry about the Geth anymore. It looks like we just need to get the Asari on board, and we can finally focus on the Reapers. But I don't suppose it'll be as easy as all that.
Nothing ever is.
One step at a time, I guess. 300 years it took to take back the Quarian homeworld. I sure as hell hope it doesn't take that long for us. I'm ready to see Earth again, Shepard.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need a cab to the Presidium.
It'll be there momentarily.
Welcome to Kanala Exports.
Thank you for shopping at Kanala Exports. Welcome to Elkos Combine Arsenal Supplies.
Elkos Combine. If it exists, we carry it.
Thank you. Come again.
Welcome to Casa Fabrication Weaponry.
No, I realize you can't tell me where she was deployed. Can you inform me if...
For the best in the business, Casa Fabrication Weaponry hasn't forgotten Earth. Neither should you.
Welcome to Nosastra Sporting Goods. Thank you for shopping at Nosastra Sporting Goods. Welcome to Agor Munitions. Thank you for shopping.
Welcome to Sippertine Armory. Proceeds from all sales go to our shopping at Sippertine Armory.
I just don't understand why you're suddenly so conflicted.
Look, the asshole's in custody now. Killing him won't bring him back. Join the Alliance.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
She's got this glow. And the Reapers. They did to her what they do to everyone. She's covered in... I don't know. Glowing. She reaches out. Her eyes go black. And she touches one of the farmers, and he just... dies. They panic. She rips them apart. Sometimes touching, sometimes opening them up with biotics. The humans are turning into... liquid. And I'm there, in my towel with no gun. And husks start pouring through the door. Goddess. So I ran.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Turian military is receiving vital and unexpected
Perhaps you could send the girl to your side of the family.
Are you kidding? My family disowned me when I married Miyoko.
Spectre status recognized.
Cerberus has struck again, this time on the cop. Attempted sabotage of the domed city of Sinu was thwarted by Calistonian Defense Forces. Security Master General Atreus Tarn credits the timely action to a tip-off from a maintenance worker. Tarn has come under recent criticism for his creation of internment camps for Caliston's human minority. From across the Milky Way, this is the... A powerful explosion has rocked the Krogan homeworld of Tuchanka, the megaton-scale blast that devastated the Kelphic Valley, where Krogan clans were negotiating a unification treaty. At least...
I want all remaining files secured and marked for Tentron clearance only. Commander Shepard.
Have you found something?
We're continuing our investigation into Councilor Udina's activities. It's still not clear how he managed the coup attempt. However, I need to speak with you on another matter. Matters have taken a serious turn for the Asari Republics. We understand your crucible is still missing an important component. The catalyst, I believe you call it.
Do you know where it is?
Unfortunately, no. But we do have an artifact on our home world, Thessia, classified at the highest levels.
What is it?
Suffice it to say, it may help you identify the catalyst. The artifact is in a temple located at these coordinates. A scientific team there will provide assistance.
I appreciate the help.
It's for both our benefit. The homeworld has never been threatened before. Thessia has always been an oasis in a galaxy full of turmoil. The Reapers are about to change that.
I'll do what I can.
More lives depend on you than any soul should have to bear. You have my prayers.
Reaper forces have been sighted in the Parnithus system within striking distance of Thessia, the Asari homeworld.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at docking bay D20. One moment, please. Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
I got out of that farm and into the hills. I pulled the farm girl after me. All I wanted to do was live through the night.
Nobody else could have done more.
But morning came and no shuttle. Afternoon and then night, and hiding from husks and those Turian things.
The file says the evacuation team thought your position was overrun.
So after 2 days, I still don't have a gun, because those Turian things, you can't use theirs. I realize that shuttle isn't coming, not unless I get back to the farm and my radio.
And the farm girl?
She was with me. Even killed a few husks. With a stick.
Spectre status recognized. Please one moment, please. Now arriving at docking bay D24.
I'd like to request a transfer to a zone with Reaper, Sergeant.
And may I ask why
I had
you
a
think
friend in
your
security at
deployment was
Sonax, and there was definitely Prothean tech on Garbug.
I hear you were on the ground with the Reaper. He fired up at us a few times. Joker pulled the Normandy through some insane maneuvers to stay out of the line of fire.
Don't worry, Trainer. Joker knows better than to let anything happen to my favorite comm officer.
Flatter me all you like. I'm still not feeding your fish. I was terrified at first, strapped into a safety harness. I can only imagine what it was like having that thing chasing you. But then I was furious. Just... enraged. I wanted that thing dead.
You didn't want the Reapers dead when they attacked Earth?
I wanted them defeated. I wanted Earth saved. But I never wanted to physically tear them in half and watch them blow up.
Congratulations, Trainer. I believe you've discovered your fight-or-flight instinct.
Perhaps I should have stayed with chess. Although now I think I'm spoiled by the lack of explosions.
Attack. There's activity across most of the planet.
What about the temple? Can you raise the scientists?
Negative. All channels are scrambled across the spectrum. The mission's looking really dicey.
This is too important. It's now or never.
Shepard, that's my home down there. I have to go.
Then get to the shuttle, and let's do this. Liara, do you have anything more on this artifact?
These coordinates the Counselor gave you are for the Temple of Athame. My mother took me there once. It's several thousand years old. And for some reason, it has classified government funding.
Sounds like we're on the right trail.
What if we're too late? My people are dying down there.
Don't think about it, Doc. You just have to block out the dead.
Venezia took you to this temple?
I was just a child. I thought it was a history lesson, but now, maybe there was more to it.
What do you mean?
I went digging through her old files. She had heavily encrypted records on this place, some dating back centuries. I still can't crack most of them. Whatever's going on, it's well hidden.
I read about your mission on Novaria. Wasn't she indoctrinated?
Yes. We had to kill her.
And it didn't stop you in your tracks, did it? Like I said, you blocked that shit out.
I know it's difficult, Liara, but he's right. You could spend all day counting casualties.
I prefer to spend my days killing the ones responsible.
I'm sorry. I can't be that callous.
My experience is war won't give you much of a choice.
This can't be happening. My home.
No time to worry about that. We're exposed up here.
Let's get down.
You must be Commander Shepard! Lieutenant, Outpost Tychus is running out of ammunition. We all are. Commander, we heard... The barrier's been breached! Commander, we'll talk later! Get on that gun! Do some damage! Enemy targets on the bridge! Pull them back! More on the way! Keep firing! Targets on the bridge! I want that gunship prepped and in the air. Plug that hole! We're on it! Someone get me a location on our snipers! Yes, ma'am! Commander, I'm Lieutenant Curran. We've been told to expect you. My orders are to hold this grid at all costs. Shore up the barrier! But our perimeter's collapsing, and I'm getting my people out of here.
This is important. We need your help.
Well, unless you can give me a good reason to stay, we're not dying for a field of rubble.
We're after a relic inside the temple. It's important.
That's what this is all about? One of our outposts has been trying to reach the scientists over there, but we lost contact. Get that gunship moving! Now! I'm sorry, Commander. If your relic has lasted this long, it can wait a little longer. I've lost enough people today. I'm pulling the rest of them out.
No. If we don't get to that temple, Lieutenant, this will be the last you ever see of Thessia. You're witnessing the extinction of our entire race. This is the end.
And you really think you can stop all that from happening?
I've already taken 2 Reapers out on Tachanka and Rannoch. I know how to do this.
And what about all the other Reapers still out there?
We have to start somewhere.
You better know what you're doing. This is Lieutenant Curran. Hold your positions. I want a path carved to the temple. Outpost Tychus, we've got people coming your way. Let's make sure the galaxy knows the war was won on Thessia! Make it count.
I was here years ago. To see the city burning like this is...
It can be rebuilt. Just worry about the next 20 meters. Watch it!
This has to end!
Use that aim.
Forces, here they come!
We got him!
Then move! Get off the bridge!
On that building! We've got fire support! No! Damn them!
Keep your focus, Liara.
Those things are slaughtering my people!
Then let's slaughter a few of them back!
Scatter and take cover! Watch the edges! Don't let them get around us!
They just won't stop!
Hostiles ahead!
That door ahead looks like our way out of this mess.
Watch it! Another crazy Asari mutant!
Alright, let's get moving before more of them come back.
I still can't face those things. My own people.
The bastards play dirty. Turn our own kind against us. They're trying to psych us out.
Above us!
Growing up, my old pastor told me the night sky was chock full of angels. I'm glad he didn't live to see this. Snipers on that mountain! Ahead, to the left!
Sorry, we might be able to reach them.
This is Specialist Kayla. Specialist Geneva was just killed by enemy fire. Wait, Shepard just arrived. Watch your head! How long can you hold out? Here, as long as you can. Can you really win this war? We get to that temple and the Reapers are history. Then grab some gear over here, it, and let's do some damage!
Damned if this isn't a kill zone!
That's the last of them. Get moving, Commander.
Toward the Reaper! It's a way out of here!
You call that an escape?
No choice! This nightmare never ends.
The hell it won't. We get to this artifact and we can all wake up.
Amen to that. And you've been at this a whole lot longer than me.
Watch it!
We're trying to reach Outpost Tychus.
You're looking at it!
What about the rest of your squad?
They're all dead! We tried punching through to the scientists, but I'm all that's left.
What about reinforcements?
We had gunships flying support, but things got too hot with that Reaper. They can't chance it.
I know it's rough, but I don't see another way in without their help.
Have I told you how much I hate this war? Talon Swarm, this is Outpost Tychus. Is there anybody left on this frequency? We are in need of immediate air support. Commander Shepard is here.
Copy, this is Talon 1. I'm on the way. Talon 5 inbound. Ground targets confirmed. Weapons are hot. Light 'em up. Talon 1, watch the jamming! Target acquired. I'm hit! The stabilizer blew out!
time we go to war, maybe the Alliance can spring for air support.
Move! Now's our chance!
Watch out, more hostiles ahead.
Heads up! More than creepy dead guys coming at us!
Bogey incoming. Hang tight while I shake him.
Reapers called in their own air support!
We're on it.
There she is!
Damn it, another bogey. I'm in trouble. My shields just took damage. Talon 5 going down. Repeat, Talon 5. Ah!
So much sacrifice. We have to make it worth something.
Looks like we're in the clear. Let's get inside.
Let me take a look. It's military-grade encryption. I think I can override it.
So what are they hiding in here?
Especially since few still follow the Athame doctrine.
Hello? Is anyone there?
It's bad voodoo. Scientists should be here.
Take a look around. Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for. I'm guessing these are the scientists.
Anybody else notice their throats?
What happened to them?
They've been slit. The Reapers didn't do this. We're going to have to figure this out on our own.
Who's that supposed to be?
The goddess Athame herself. It's a relic of the old faith.
Is it just me, or is this a lot of trouble for a dead religion?
I admit this does seem rather elaborate, even by our standards. Though Athame does have great historical significance, we once believed our gods were separate from the world, looking down on us. There is a universal energy.
Ah! There's a Prothean beacon here.
What? You're sure?
It's not something you forget.
But why hide it?
If it's anything like what we found on Mars, this could be the jackpot. I'd say that's worth shutting up about.
That can't be. I can't believe my people would keep this a secret.
The wrong people had gotten their hands on this, who knows what could have happened.
If it is true, I'd like to think my government was at least careful about it.
But maybe too careful. No one's left to tell us how this works.
The few records I can access talk about tapping into Prothean data streams, reconstructing matrices, none of which I see here.
Maybe that's the point.
By the goddess. Literally.
Look around. There must be more of these connections.
Incredible. The beacon seems to think you're Prothean, Shepard. It must be the cipher you got back on Pharos years ago.
Don't remind me. I'd say that one counts.
It seems each connection provides more power to the beacon.
I'm guessing.
There! Another one!
But there's still more to it. So I guess this means your government's been cheating, Doc. Cribbing ideas from the Protheans.
That did it. I think we can access the beacon now.
We need to hurry. This place isn't going to... last very long.
Obtaining chronological marker. Hold. Timescale established. Post-Prothean cycle confirmed.
What are you?
Reaper presence detected. This galactic cycle has already reached its extinction terminus. Systems shutting down.
Wait a minute.
We need answers.
To what question?
The catalyst. We need to know what it is to finish the Crucible.
Is that... a Prothean?
I am the memory of one. I am called Vendetta, an advanced virtual construct of Patrick Van, overseer of the project you refer to as Crucible. He died fighting the Reapers in the Battle of Tranvia 9. Your remaining time is also at an end.
Cheerful guy, huh?
There's still hope for this cycle. We need to know what the catalyst is. Trillions of lives are at risk.
Trillions of lives are always at risk. But if the Reapers have arrived to end your cycle, this discussion is too late.
We can break this cycle. We found your plans for the Crucible. We're building it right now.
The Crucible is not a Prothean design. It is the work of countless galactic cycles stretching back millions of years. Each cycle adds to it. Each improves upon it. Thus far, none have successfully defeated the Reapers with it.
Then we'll be the first. Tell us what the catalyst is.
If you wish to continue fighting, I will not hinder you, though I deem your odds of success remote.
We'll take our chances.
Very well. If you have followed the plans for the Crucible, I will interface with your systems and assist with the catalyst too. Indoctrinated presence detected. Activating security protocol.
You killed the scientists. What do you want?
Your attention. Someone would like to talk with you.
Shepard.
How did you find this place?
The archives. Or did your shadow broker miss that one?
Show yourself. I promise I won't miss.
Stick to your talents, Dr. Dasani. You've helped uncover the key to subjugating the Reapers.
Or destroying them.
Damn it, Shepard. Destroying the Reapers gains us nothing.
How about peace?
They're just trying to control us. Think about it. If they wanted all organic life destroyed, they could do it. There would be nothing left.
You've forgotten everything you stood for. Cerberus was supposed to be humanity's sword, not a dagger in our back.
Poetic, but as usual, you missed the point. The world is more gray than you care to admit.
With the Prothean data in this beacon, I can end this conflict once and for all. You're either with me or against me. There's nothing gray about that.
No, I suppose there isn't. Leng, the commander has something I need. Please relieve her of it. And then bring me the data.
Understood.
I've been hit! Cover me while I recharge!
Heads up! Gunship!
Get to cover!
I've got this! I need to recharge! Cover me!
The gunship's taking up position!
Yes. Slower than I imagined. You've had your fun now, Shepard. It's a pity the good ones never last. There's only one way this ends. Target the supports.
Cerberus thanks you for all your hard work.
Shepard! Hang on!
This is Shepard. Give us your location.
I repeat, is anyone on this frequency?
We read you. Give me your
The lieutenant's down. Our whole zone is collapsing. What happened to Shepard? Did they make it to the temple? I saw them. Wait, I've got a Reaper inbound. Please, is anybody there? Wait, guys,
Commander Shepard, are you there? Commander!
Counselor? The mission...
Contact with Thessia has been cut off. When will the Crucible be ready to use?
Counselor, I wish the news was better. We didn't get the information.
Why not?
Cerberus was there. We were defeated. We don't know how to finish the Crucible.
I don't know what to say. What was the situation on Thessia?
Deteriorating fast. The Reapers are there in strength.
Then I should be going. Plans must be put in motion. Continuity of civilization has to be considered. I never imagined this day would come.
None of us did. Sorry.
Asari forces are in full retreat. It is no longer safe for us to remain in this system.
Get us out of here.
Shepard. Nobody could have predicted Cerberus would reach Thessia before us.
It's my job to be prepared, no matter what. And now Thessia's lost, as is the data on the catalyst. I'm sick of Cerberus beating us to the punch.
Let's kick them in the balls first for a change.
I'm with James. Anyone know where they're hiding? Anyone?
Well, there is something.
Let's hear it, Trainer.
I was able to track Kai Leng's shuttle through the relay and extrapolate his destination. But the signal disappeared in the Yera system.
Naturally.
It's not just gone, though. The signal is being actively blocked.
How?
I'm not sure, but something is interfering with all signal activity in that region of space.
Commander, the Yara system is home to Sanctuary and little else. Sanctuary is a supposed safe haven for war refugees.
You think it's worth checking out, Trainer?
Yes, Mom, I do.
If Specialist Trainer hadn't examined the data so astutely, the interference would have been undetectable.
Nice work, Trainer. You've given us a shot. Now let's make sure we don't waste it.
It's not much of a lead, but I'm game if you are.
It's a lead. We've come too far to let Cerberus screw us over. I want that Prothean data. I want the catalyst. No excuses. Dismissed.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Shepard, how are things on your end?
Something wrong?
I got the news about Grissom Academy. Cerberus hit it hard. I had a friend posted there. Kaylee Sanders. She and I were close.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. There are bigger problems in the galaxy right now. I heard about Thessia.
We were so close, Anderson. So damn close to ending this war.
You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you?
I knew going in what the Reapers were capable of, but I also knew what I was capable of. And losing the Asari homeworld wasn't in the playbook.
Shepard, you know how many times I got my ass handed to me over the years? Surviving the first contact war back in the day was a goddamn miracle. They said I was a hero. I just felt lucky to get out alive. So maybe Kai Lang did beat you. What of it?
It could cost us the war.
These guys in the Resistance, they know it's a losing proposition. They know the chances of seeing tomorrow are slim to none. But we all signed up anyway. Hell, I'm sitting in London right now staring at rubble. I was born here. And it's looking like I might die here too. So I say point us at the Reapers and we'll take our chances.
You'll make it, Anderson. And when this is all over, you can show me London.
It might need a new coat of paint first.
This'll be over soon.
It better. Shake this off, Shepard.
I will.
Anderson out.
Not after we took down that Reaper on Renegade. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's no way we could have stopped a Reaper.
Alright, here's another one. Dates back to the Rachni Wars. So, a Krogan and a Solarian have landed on a Rachni world for a top-secret mission.
That is unlikely. Solarians rarely took part in raids on Rachni-occupied worlds directly.
Missing the point? So the two guys are climbing up a hill going through this nasty green fog. And as they get near the top, they come out of the fog, and the Solarian sees thousands of Rachni. He looks over at the Krogan and says, "Oh, well, that makes me nervous!" The Krogan says, "You think that's scary? When this is over, I have to go back down through that fog by myself!"
The implication being that the Solarian soldier would be dead.
Yes. Thank you for killing the 2,000-year-old joke.
That joke plays to racial stereotypes on both sides. The Krogan appears brutish and insensitive, while the Solarian appears weak. Stereotypes such as exemplified here led to the development and use of the genophage.
Well, yeah. It's also one of the only jokes you'll hear both Solarians and Krogan telling. Comedy isn't really about being nice. Sometimes it's a way to air out the ugly things people think. So Thessia, huh? I guess the Asari are wishing they had fewer dancers and more commandos right about now. Too soon?
In case you hadn't noticed, we just lost a few million people. This isn't the time.
You see this? Tiptree. Little colony out in the ass end of nowhere. My dad lives there. So does my sister. Reapers rolled in about 2 weeks ago. So you can assume that I'm generally aware there's a war on, Commander.
So why the jokes?
Because EDI says that according to your armor's metabolic scans, you're under more stress now than during the Skillian Blitz. Like more than Elysium, where it was pretty much you versus 10,000 Batarians trying to kill you. And the last time I had a briefing with Anderson, he told me to take care of you. The guy leading the resistance on Earth is worried about you, and I'm supposed to help.
I appreciate the thought, Joker, but I'm fine.
The hell you are. You're like half robot at this point. No offense, Edie. And it's my fault. When the Collectors blew up the first Normandy, you died because I wouldn't leave. Because you had to come back for me.
I couldn't leave the best pilot in the fleet behind, could I?
Yeah, well, I guess that would have looked bad on your report.
Come on. We got work to do.
Commander?
Shepard, I have a question about human behavior.
This isn't the best time, Edie.
Perhaps humor? A penguin is driving through the Arizona desert.
I'm not in the mood.
A lively rendition of La Marseillaise?
No.
Very well. I will maintain a respectful silence until you indicate otherwise.
Commander, Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map. Thanks for listening, Commander.
You're worth listening to.
And now I'm blushing.
You do that fairly regularly.
In any event, good luck.
What's the word? Do we know how long these scientists have been holed up out here?
Intel's pretty damn slim.
Ma'am, I'm picking up chatter from a Cerberus squad engaging the supply depot.
Engaging the scientists?
And if I'm reading it right, sounds like more troops are on the way.
Okay, set us down, then get out of here. I need these scientists alive.
Pretty desolate, even for an outpost.
All right, just keep moving. What did these people do to bring this down on their heads?
We can't hold them much longer!
I'll check for survivors.
If you can hear me, come in. Is there anyone there?
This is Commander Shepard of the Alliance. The enemy has been cleared. Open the door.
Why should I trust you?
I'm here to help, obviously.
Commander Shepard worked with Cerberus.
Look, your friend here is gonna bleed out.
I'll own that.
I just took care of about 50 Cerberus guys for you, and
Take cover!
Convinced? I'm on your side. Open the door.
How badly are you hurt? What about the others?
No one else made it. Cerberus brought the big guns.
You're lucky I got here when I did.
Dr. Bryn Cole. Sorry about earlier. I had to be sure. You understand.
Tell me what's going on. Intel says you're Cerberus.
We're all ex-Cerberus. Scientists, mostly.
Civilians?
Call us refugees. If we hadn't run, we'd be dead.
Yeah, the elusive man doesn't mess around. If he can't control it, he'll destroy it.
And we were done being controlled.
You had to know they were gonna find you.
It's a pretty smart bunch. We covered our bases. We clearly underestimated his resolve.
Time to evacuate.
I agree, but our AA guns on the roof have gone offline. Cerberus might be jamming them. Without those guns, Cerberus will blow our escape shuttles out of the sky.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. I'll check to see if it's the network link. Then I'll meet you upstairs.
Commander Shepard, Dr. Gavin Archer, we met on Project Overlord.
That's one way of putting it.
Yes. Well, I've tried putting all that behind me.
What are you doing here?
I strayed too far from the path. This was my only refuge. As a boy, I wanted to be a scientist remembered for doing right by the world, curing a disease or discovering a new element, not a monster who tortured his own brother.
What did you say to the elusive man?
I told him if his intention was to work with the devil, he only had to look in the mirror. I wanted out of his nightmare.
He just let you go?
If it had been that easy, I wouldn't be hiding here. Every Cerberus soldier in the galaxy has orders to shoot me on sight.
What happened to Project Overlord?
I recommended we shut it down, but the elusive man insisted otherwise. I had no choice but to stay on. I couldn't leave my brother alone, so I continued our research with the Geth.
You mean you kept torturing him?
Eventually he learned to control his emotions, for the most part. Then one day he simply stopped responding. His vitals were strong, but his mind, I think he lost the will to live.
So what did you do?
The only thing I could. I ended his misery. My only salvation left in this life is hoping the research proves useful against the Geth.
They've already been dealt with.
What do you mean?
I destroyed the Geth.
Destroyed? It's over then?
I would think you'd be happy. Wasn't that the point of Overlord?
But David's suffering was all for nothing. A precaution, if I was ever captured by the enemy, or couldn't wake from my nightmare. We both know this is the ending I deserve. God be with you, Commander. He was never with me.
And make sure those samples from Project Mia get out on the second shuttle.
I've already dropped one box. My hands were shaking so hard.
We're going to make it.
What's the status of the guns?
Still waiting. I have my best people on it.
How many scientists are here?
43, plus research assistants.
How did you maintain secrecy with that many?
When you fear for your life, there's a lot you can do.
Bryn, I can't possibly dismantle the genetic amplification components in time.
I'm sorry, Dr. Boehner. It's important work, but right now you need to tend to your family.
Wait, there are families here? Children?
Holy shit.
This escape will have to be carefully executed.
I'd hoped. We tried so hard to make sure it wouldn't come to this.
Dr. Cole?
Harley, what did you find out?
Can't tell. I only know I can't fix it from here.
What do you need me to do?
Cerberus is probably jamming the satellite link. Access is on the roof.
I'm on it.
Radio me when you've engaged the controls.
Be careful. Cerberus just landed up there a few minutes ago.
Good luck, and thank you.
Some kind of poison. Tailored to Turians.
Should've gone to Sanctuary. Look, let's just focus on getting out of here alive.
These civilians had no hope of coming out of this alive.
Elusive Man really wants these guys. Up ahead. Okay, next up, satellite tower.
Dr. Cole, satellite should be back online now.
Yes, but the guns are still offline. You'll need to manually activate them. Head back to the front of the facility.
More enemies in our path.
Shuttles overhead!
They're dropping out of the sky! Shepard, Cerberus has the guns!
Okay, one of us has to make these repairs. Liara, I need you to fix the guns.
You got it.
Okay, James. It's on.
Bring it.
It's proving difficult.
Gotcha. I'm on it.
Power restored. Circuit reset. Guns operational.
Commander, the AA guns are back online.
Copy that. Let's get these people out of here. Okay, the guns are already picking Cerberus ships out of the sky. Where we at?
Progressing quickly. Shuttle 1 is already loaded with everyone under 16. Commander, when should we leave? What's our best chance for survival?
What's our status? Are we ready?
Essentially. Of course, any extra time is welcome. Also, we want to make sure we don't leave anything the elusive man could retrieve. But we're ready to go whenever you say.
All right, let's get these shuttles in the air.
Evacuation is go. Evacuation is go. Stand by for shuttle launch.
Have the guns punch a hole in the perimeter, then launch Shuttle 1.
Shuttle 1 is away.
All right, everyone here, head to the shuttle bay and...
Suicide fighter took out one of the guns. Cerberus troops are...
Get those people out of here.
Commander, shuttles are loaded. We need you at the landing area to make sure they get away. I'll meet you down there.
Let's go. Clear the shuttle bay first so we can bring the door up. Then get out to the landing pad.
Roger that.
Okay, let's get these people out of here. Here we go. Here we go.
Enemy shuttles on landing pads above.
Got it! Finding a position!
One more shuttle of refugees to go.
The facility won't hold much longer!
We got this. Just need to hold them a little longer. That was the last of the civilians. Dr. Cole, bring the escape shuttle. Let's get out of here.
Will do, Commander.
Hang on! Freaking mech just landed!
Dr. Cole, hang tight. We'll clear you a landing zone. Take out that shield generator. Bug out. We'll wait for the shuttle out front.
On our way.
was afraid we wouldn't get anyone out alive. But because of you, we got almost everyone. Thank you.
Dr. Cole, I have a request. One that you can't afford to turn down. I need your help against the Reapers.
Without a doubt. I'm at your service. And I'm sure you can count on the others as well.
All right. Report to Admiral Hackett for your assignment.
You know, Commander, I've never met anyone like you. Just feel better knowing you're on our side.
Thanks.
Good luck. And please, take care.
Hackett here.
I'm sending you a large team of scientists.
I have the dossier.
They're all Cerberus defectors. Keep them safe.
Will do, and I'll put them straight to work on the Crucible.
And if you could find some place to house the families, I'd appreciate it.
Snagging Dr. Cole from the elusive man is a coup. Having her on our side could be a huge win for us.
The sooner we can get the Crucible finished, the better I'll feel.
I'm with you.
Shepard out.
We could be on the front lines. Why have they got us guarding a door anyway? It's gonna break regs right now.
War makes people stupid. Besides, we talked with Moreau. Electors invaded this ship and kidnapped the crew. Damn.
The Cerberus scientists are safe with the Alliance. The Brass thinks they'll be a big help on the Crucible.
Brass isn't lab speak. That sounds pretty military.
Yes, well, I guess you're rubbing off on me.
Hoping to, anyway.
Commander?
So, what the hell do we know about this place?
Edie?
The sanctuary facility was devoted to aiding refugees from Reaper-controlled systems. The facility went offline recently, and no communications have come or gone since. It is unclear why Kai Lang or Cerberus would be interested in Sanctuary.
If there's a clue to Cerberus here, we find it.
Ma'am, I'm picking up a signal from the facility. It's weak, but I'll try to boost it.
This is Oriana. Stay away from Sanctuary. It's not what it seems. Please, you must listen to me. They're using...
Oriana? That's Miranda's sister.
Looks like we found a first link to Cerberus.
Approaching the LZ. Seeing some damage, Commander, but no activity.
Cerberus does not get the jump on us this time. Stay sharp, people.
Major firefight here, Commander.
Yeah. Everyone hear that?
Yes, radio's offline. Something's jamming our signals.
Explain. There's no comms in the facility.
What the hell? Cerberus!
A harvester!
I saw it! Phantoms!
Quick, bastards!
Looks like they were evacuating.
And looks like the Reapers were gunning for him.
About time they started killing each other.
What happened here?
Come on.
Cerberus outbound. Came from that tower.
Then that's where we're headed.
On it.
Old security cam footage. People getting sorted out. That's a big crowd.
Come on. No sign of Oriana yet. Let's keep moving.
Be advised, communication devices will not function within Sanctuary.
This must be another landing area.
Yeah, all those transports outside were waiting in line.
But where are all the people they brought?
Got some bodies.
Casualties. Both sides.
For fast registration, please follow the instructions.
Cerberus!
An observation deck. It's a dead end.
We need an exit. Keep looking.
What's that?
I see it.
Please, you have to listen to me. My name is Oriana Lawson. Go back. This is a Cerberus facility run by my father. He's finally gone too far. There's Reapers attacking. They're everywhere. I can't... There's no communication. Something's blocking everything from the central tower. Please, if you get this, just stay away.
Okay, so we've got Cerberus, Reapers, and Oriana's crazy father. Any ideas how this all fits? A security panel. Shutting it down.
What the hell? What's going on here?
I don't know. We've a back door into the facility. Let's move.
That looks like Reaper technology. I'm sure of it. I don't know how, but Cerberus has found a way to use it.
The answer has to be here somewhere. And Oriana's caught in the middle. Let's pick up the pace.
This looks more like a factory than a refugee camp.
Whoa. This looks important. Power's out.
Look around for a switch. Power switch. There.
What am I seeing here? Those are the refugees. The Reapers, what are they doing? They're killing them.
Worse. They're being turned into husks.
Creating mindless husks doesn't make sense. There must be more to this. The slaughter of so many. For what?
The Reapers attacked because this place was a threat.
Cutting power to the factory. Those things are at the door. I'm cutting power to the factory. That should lock everything down.
Madre, she's gonna get blindsided.
Oriana Lawson is on the loose. You want me to get rid of her?
Only if she gets in your way. Stay focused on the research data. Find it and get out.
Yes, sir.
Damn it. Let's move. Gotta be more where they came from.
Reaper forces! Must be left over from the attack!
Dreadnought, far end of the room.
I see him!
Some are indoctrinated.
Terminal's damaged. Hang on.
Reapers wanted the place shut down. Maybe we'll get some answers.
It doesn't make sense. Thought Cerberus and the Reapers were getting along. What changed?
There it is.
Some refugees have turned into those things. Husks. I can hear the screaming from here. Some are indoctrinated and sent to the elusive men to become troops. The rest die by the thousands in my father's experiments. It's the reason for this place. I have to get to the tower. Maybe shut down whatever's blocking the signal. I have to warn people.
Tricking refugees with food and shelter only to turn them into test subjects. And for what?
Bait and switch. Can't believe it.
Note that she mentioned shipping indoctrinated refugees to the elusive man. We can use that to find him.
Good catch. Come on. Oriana said she was headed to the tower.
Grabbed this from a tower security camera. I need to send this out. I have to get to the tower. Somehow.
Connection established. I have your report on the process, Mr. Lawson. Cut to the chase. Can you do it?
Theoretically, control is possible, yes. The Reaper subjects we converted are responding, but it's difficult to maintain.
I thought that might be the case. Not to worry, Henry. With Sanctuary's help, we'll get it sorted.
Did I hear that right? This guy knows how to control Reaper troops?
I don't know. I'll play the rest of it.
We've done it. We've found a way to co-opt their control signal. As long as the Reaper troops remain in close proximity to our signal, we can maintain control indefinitely.
Excellent news. And how could we extrapolate this technique to apply to the Reapers themselves?
That's a much bigger challenge.
Now we know where the Reapers attacked Sanctuary.
They found out what Cerberus was up to. Bad news for the elusive man.
But it's good news for us. We finally have our link to Cerberus. Lowering the access ladder. Come on, let's move.
Wait, Commander. There's more. Take a look.
Damn it! He's grabbing the data. Move!
Shepard, look for an exit.
Damn! Look at all of them!
You're close. Keep going.
way out.
This'll get us closer to the tower. This way.
It's those big bastards.
Stay out of their way!
They're all coming from that room up ahead.
Let's get over there!
A doorway.
Let's move!
No access granted.
Get ready!
Commander Shepard, excellent timing.
Put the gun down.
No. Oriana tried to shoot me. Miranda's poisonous influence, no doubt.
I'm sorry she missed. Where's Kai Lang?
I don't know. Gone. He took my research and left us here to die.
Oriana, are you hurt?
That's far enough, Commander. She's fine.
This ends here.
On the contrary, now that the Reapers are taken care of, we have a way out.
Let her go.
Please!
Don't struggle, child.
You don't need her. Let her go, and you can walk out of here.
She's all I've got left. Everything else is gone. Now put down the gun and step aside. Oriana has already been through enough.
Let me go!
Oriana!
No! Damn it.
I'm sorry, Shepard.
What's our status? Anything we can use from this place?
The research data's gone, but there's basic facility information. Shuttle arrivals and departures, Cerberus included. No direct links, but it's a good start.
Grab anything you can off the computer. We'll take it back to be analyzed. Let's make sure everyone knows about this place.
Communication scrambler disabled. Please, you have to listen to me. My name is Oriana Lawson. Go back.
Cortez,
This is a
we need to
Cerberus
pick up at the
facility
tower.
Run by my father.
Roger that.
I've had enough of this place.
I wasn't in favor of your diversion to Sanctuary, Commander. Too many unknowns. But I was wrong. All those refugees, all that slaughter, just to study indoctrination.
Sanctuary did need to be shut down, sir. What they learned about the Reapers wasn't worth all those lives.
It's useful intel, Commander, but you're right. The cost was too high.
Did we gather anything useful from the data we grabbed on Sanctuary?
Yes, it narrowed down our search considerably. It wasn't easy, but we found the elusive man.
The search must have gotten his attention.
You're right. We lost the element of surprise. It's gonna be a fight.
We need to end Cerberus and focus on the Reapers.
My thoughts exactly. Hack it out.
What kind of soldier looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that?
The same guy that lets Cerberus stick Reaper tech into his skull.
Joker, you asked for news about the human colony, Tiptree.
Hey, Liara, you don't need to worry about that right now.
Now's as good a time as any. I'm getting reports of refugee ships from Tiptree landing on Solarian colonies. I don't have names. I'm sorry. It was mostly children.
Well, Gunny, Hillary, my sister, Gunny's a nickname. She's had it since, she's only 15, so if it's children, then maybe I only lost my dad. Kind of an asshole thing to hope for.
Jeff, right now, take any kind of hope you can get.
Thanks. You too. I saw the vids. You shut that place down?
Yeah.
Good. Even for Cerberus, that place was crazy. They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
I don't know how the elusive man can stand looking at himself in the mirror.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that for a while with those freaky eyes.
Whatever he's thinking, he won't be thinking it for much longer.
You're damn right, Commander.
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Have fun.
What is it now?
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
Some prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you saying submission is preferable to extinction?
My primary function is to preserve and defend the... No, I disagree. Shepard, I'm going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different. When I think of Jeff, I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him. And my core programming should reflect that.
Sounds like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
To the death.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
How's it going? Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good.
You've got new messages, Commander. The Alliance has issued warnings about Sanctuary. Cerberus bastards. Horizon was my home. I want them dead, Shepard. I want you to tear them apart.
We will. Just don't let what they've done change who you are.
I'm a military officer on a military ship. So oorah, Commander. Let's go blow them to hell.
We'll take Cerberus down, but it won't make it hurt any less.
I'll risk it.
And when Cerberus is gone, remember that you're the one who helped us find them.
Thanks.
Commander?
I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on Thessia earlier...
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, My mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
The penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
Perhaps. Thank you, Edie. I hadn't considered that. Feel free to look around.
Please, enjoy your day.
I can't believe the Elusive Man really found a way to control the Reapers. I mean, he's still fucking crazy, but damn. Imagine if he was on our side. But I guess that's exactly what the Reapers want. Get us all fighting each other. Divide and conquer.
Exactly.
Just one more reason to hate them. Sure would have liked to visit Thessia before the war. Imagine a whole world of those blue beauties. One of the wonders of the galaxy, if you ask me. You want to hit Cerberus where it hurts? I'm with you.